Thanks for joining us this morning, everyone. Appreciate you joining us here on a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Glad to have Andrew Gabriel with us from EquiTrust. It's going to be a really good meeting. We're going to be discussing some of the benefits of EquiTrust in regards to Roth conversions. Also be discussing some of their plays on some of their bonus annuities and such. So we'll have a good presentation here this morning. And this is Matt Tooher. I'm a marketing specialist at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We've been with EquiTrust for a number of years, probably 15, 20 years now. Had a great relationship with them, so appreciate Andrew joining us from EquiTrust today. We'll be going over some of the benefits. First of all, we offer through IAMS in regards to our services. We do have our new builder bonuses. You can earn different incentives based on production levels. And we're going to be revamping some of this heading into 2026. We'll have a new information available to you by the beginning of 2026 regarding what we'll be doing next year moving forward. So we're revamping some things. Of course, we'll still have the cash available, still have some lead programs available, different items of interest, trips and such. So we always have a number of trips we have going at one time. You can qualify based on your production. So good opportunities there. We also have our referral program. You refer an agent to IAMS. We'll pay you an override based on that production, and good opportunities for you to earn some additional incentives. We also have our marketing reimbursement. We reimburse $100 for every $100,000 of indexed annuity premium. On single premium life, we do $200,000 or $200 for every $100,000, and for life target, we do $200 for every $10,000 of life target premium. So good way for you to do some advertising. We'll help you out with your cost. We reimbursed half of your cost. So you send us a bill for $3,000, reimbursed $1,500 up to your total you have available based on your marketing balance. So a good way for us to help you out with those costs. We also have a great back office support team. I know that we have a great new business team, help you get through that whole entire process, getting business through the channels. Great opportunity for you to utilize our creative team also. We have a great creative team that can help you out with advertising. We also have a very easy contracting platform now with Assurance Bay. Once you get through the process once, you can add other carriers at your leisure based on who you want to be signed up with and do business with. Of course, there's additional steps before you write business based on product training and such. So definitely keep that in mind. We also have our website, the www.imsinc.com website. I know that we have a lot of good services we offer through that, including our e-app platform. You do applications on our website with most of our carriers. We also have a sales resource library. You can pull up sales ideas, presentations, a lot of very good material you can pull off that site. Definitely worthwhile in visiting our website and kind of going through some of the availabilities we have there. So definitely keep that in mind. We also have our different quoting tools. We have a term insurance quoting tool. We also have an income rider quoting tool. You can compare different income payouts. I know that EquiTrust is one of the top payouts right now on income payouts. So for 1 year, I know they're always in the top 2 or 3 regarding their payout numbers. So EquiTrust is very competitive in that side of the business. We also have different annuity grids you can pull up our latest rates, pull up, based on who has the highest S&P cap, who has the highest bonus rates. It's all available there right on our site. So definitely a good thing to have available to you. As I mentioned, we do a lot of business now on our e-applications. It's about 65% of our business now comes in via e-app. We use Firelight for most of our annuity applications. We do have a couple of carriers that have some different exclusive application systems through their organization. So we have those available, of course, through their sites, not ours. So if you have needs for certain companies, they have that available. I know EquiTrust does use the Firelight system, and everything is available through our system. So definitely a good opportunity there to utilize that. We also have a great creative team, as I've mentioned. We have a really good group of individuals that can help you out with maybe revamping your website, maybe creating a website, doing email blasts, maybe doing some social media advertising. That's been really big the last number of years. They can also help you out with putting together newsletters, flyers, postcards, whatever you want to put together on that side of it. And they can also help you out with a lot of campaigns you want to do for maybe drip mailing individuals via emails. They can help you get all that set up. So great opportunities on that end. They also can help you out with maybe redoing your look for your company logo, or maybe you want to redo your colors for your company. They can help you with all that good stuff, and help you out with your target marketing and help you out with all your advertising needs. So definitely a good place to go with our creative team. On that end, we also have our wealth management side of our business. We have a growing side of that. Individuals licensed on the Series 65 side can work through us as an RIA, and a good opportunity for you to handle both sides of the business. The worst thing can happen is you refer someone down the road to a security specialist. All of a sudden they move all their business to them because they could do more for them than you can. And you don't want to do that. You want to be able to obviously capture as much of their business as you can on both the security side and the insurance side. We have a number of individuals on that end can help you out with the pre-testing setup. If you want to get your Series 65 taken and passed, they can help you with that whole process. They can also help you on getting maybe your Series 65 moved from one RIA to another, and they can help you out with the whole process to get all those paperwork filled out and get all that sent in based on your needs. We are offering a couple different trips. We have different trips we offer through different groups. We'd also have our big trip. We're doing double credits right now, and that runs through the end of December. Qualification runs from July 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 26. We're going to the Nassau in the Bahamas. Beautiful location there in Nassau. Does take 6 million points to qualify, but if you're getting a bunch of double credits, we're giving double credits November and December. We also gave double credits in August and September. So those 4 months, so the first 6 months, people got double credits, and it puts them a long way towards qualifying for our trip. You do have through the end of 2026 to qualify. The trip itself is going to be in late February, early March of 2027, and then an extension for the top 20 qualifiers through the 6th of March. So it should be a really great trip we're offering through IAMS. On this last year, we went to Canada, went up to the Quebec area, beautiful location up there. So definitely worth your time on qualifying for our trips. We also do our life and annuity academies. I know we had 4 of these this year. We had 3 in Omaha and 1 in Des Moines. We typically get a sponsorship on these meetings. I know that EquiTrust did sponsor one of our meetings this year. They always do a great job with the presentations in our office here in Omaha. But we will be announcing our 2026 dates and locations in early 2026. Probably won't do our first meeting until April of 2026 based on weather concerns, but we look forward to having you in one of our future meetings. We have a lot of great information we discuss on lead programs. We bring some of our top salesmen in for roundtable discussions. Of course, we have the companies that help sponsor these meetings. They'll have great presentations for you as part of the meeting itself, and we have a lot of good information we'll be discussing at these meetings here in Omaha. So we're glad to have you in down the road. We will keep you posted when we do announce some of those dates. We do have presence also on Facebook and LinkedIn. You can see we have the www.facebook.com/IAMSInc/. That's on the Facebook, also LinkedIn. You can see the address on that. You can contact any of our sales advisors on both the life and annuity sides of the market here at IAMS, and we'd be glad to get those contacts forwarded to you based on that situation. There it is. I got your.
Can you see it?
Yep, I do have you up and running. So Appreciate that.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you once again for having me on today. Matt and I were talking about some of the things that might be a good value add for the agents out there. For you guys, I think, we've continually been very competitive in the accumulation space, especially our bonus products. Also our income as well, highest income out there in the industry, like Matt had said. But we wanted to go over our products today a little bit, and then also our Roth conversion, how that can help you along with your Roth conversion, and the bonus products help it out for the tax purposes. So let's get into the webinar here, and just give me 1 second. So the first product we're going to talk about today is the Market Edge bonus. It's a first year only premium. It's got a 10-year surrender. Right now, we increased the bonus up 3% from July 1st. So we've been running a 3% additional credit bonus on that since July 1st, and that will go through December 31st. So any apps received any apps received before December 31st at 5 p.m. Central Time, we'll get that 23% bonus. And then once that is done, then it will revert back to the 20% start of the new year. Like I said, you get the 23% bonus credited over 3 years. So in the first year, you'll get 11% premium bonus in the first year, and then a 4% accumulation value in the first contract anniversary. So 4% in the first, at the end of the first, end of the second, and then the end of the third. And the nice thing about that, it does compound. So you will get a total of 24.9% yield on that bonus. So that's a very nice bonus that we offer there. Does issue through. Yeah,
there's no fees. There's no fees for that, right? It's a
Nope.
free program.
Yep.
And I just helped close a really nice case yesterday on someone that's doing a stretch contract on an IRA, where they're inheriting it for someone that was 73 or older, so they had to take out RMDs every year based on their inheritance, the new person that took it over. But getting these bonuses up front is huge. I mean, you get that the 11% bonus day one, and then you get the 4% bonuses the next 3 years. You put it in the fixed account there, you're going to make what, 6.25 guaranteed the next 3 years after your initial bump you get the first year, plus the fixed rate on that, you'd make over 13% guaranteed first year, 6.25 the next 3 years. Really huge returns. And for someone that is doing these stretch contracts, it's a great combination. I don't know of any other company that has this package available right now that you can really enhance that client's dollars, and they can really maximize the returns on that contract.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, the one thing too is that the higher premium bonuses, at the end of the day, kind of you give and take, right? If you have a higher bonus, you have a little higher caps and participation rates. But I think with our product too, there's a lot of bonuses, higher bonus products out there that have fees, like you just talked about, 95 basis points for a fee. So that really neglects your returns for sure, and brings them down. So I think our product is set up for success for sure. And especially once again, talking about the Roth conversion, we'll talk about here in a little bit. I think it's key for sure. The commission is 7%, 0 to 75. And then as you can see, 5.25, 70, 60, 80. So we're very competitive in that space. And as you can see here, baby, appropriate for seeking accumulation over a 10-year period. So that's another nice thing, is that we're trying to keep, these higher bonus products at a 10-year period versus a higher surrender charge. And then strong early through the multi-year, and then also means offsetting previous market loss replacements. I think the one thing about this product is nice is that, on the replacement, we will take the 11% bonus up front, and then we will take a 4%. So that's a total of 15% that we would take to offset a surrender charge at another carrier, which is nice. Plus, if we go to the next page, while this is showing the actual, how the bonus is accrued, showing the 24.9%. So that kind of shows you how it's compounded. But as far as the actual fixed rate, the 1-year fixed rate is 2.25%. So you can add that on to the 15% to total 17.25% for a potential replacement. Obviously, it's got to be lower than 17.25 because at the end of the day, our suitability, we want it whole for the client at the end of the year. So, having a 13, 14% surrender charge, you could still have, and we would definitely consider that when you're at a 15% bonus plus that, putting 100% of it into the fixed bucket at 2.25% totally and 7.25. Definitely still, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and you guys require a contract that you're replacing to be at least 3 years old.
Right.
So
correct.
EquiTrust is, draws a firm line on that. So anybody that's, has a policy that's less than 3 years old, they will not touch it. But anybody that's got, a policy 3 years or longer, EquiTrust will definitely take a look at it and see if it's viable to be replaced.
Yep. No, definitely. That's a good point. As you can see here, we do have the buy-ups. If you pay additional 1% per year, you will increase the cap to 6.5%, and the participation will increase to 40%. We do have the trigger there. I do like to point out the S&P 500 dynamic intraday. That's a 1-year point-to-point or 2-year point-to-point. I do like this index. It's a 15% volatility indice. But the reason I like it is it trades 13 times a day and tends to mirror the S&P. I'm not going to say it mirrors it all the time. There are some points in time when it's not always mirroring it, but definitely is keeping up with it for sure on the S&P 500.
And that's had pretty good returns this year, has it not? I think it's been up in the 10% range for the year.
Yeah.
Intraday.
So yeah, a little less than that. There is a website out there you can go to that does show the S&P 500 intraday index, the S&P 500 website. So you can see the 1, 5, 10-year returns and things like that. So I think it is definitely up for sure. Definitely not as high as what the S&P 500 is, but like I said, it tries to stay very intact with it if it can.
Sure.
On that. Market power product's been around for a while, but we had the 12% bonus on it, but this does have that 3% additional bonus as well. So it's going to be 15% bonus for the first year premium only. It is a 14-year surrender. Issue age is 0 to 75, but does have a commission of 8% on that. So depending on, how old your client is, obviously I always like to say if they're younger, this might be a potential to put them into something like this, because at the end of the day, it's going to have a little less bonus. So it's going to have a little more higher caps and participation rates in regards to, the gains or potential growth within the indexes. As you can see here, the cap is at 6% compared to the market edge at 4.5%. Buy-ups at 8%. All the indexes are a little higher. So that's why I said, it's a give and take on what you want to do at the end of the day.
In the 10-10 states, this is a 10-year contract as opposed to 14-year.
Correct.
They do reduce the commission to 7.
Yeah.
But it is still a very, very strong combination. You get a 15% bonus on a 10-year contract with these rates. It's very strong.
Right. Correct. The Market 10 bonus has been one of our top selling products. The reason is flexible premium, got a 10-year surrender. We're paying 11% premium bonus on it for the first 5 years. So a lot of people that want to start up, well, not startup IRAs, but like have an IRA that they transfer over and they want to put contributions into this, they can. and get that bonus for the first 5 years at 11%. So that's huge there. It does have this index annuity does have a return of premium rider at no fee. The other ones don't, so this one does. So that's a nice reassurance. If your clients decide they just, in the first year or two, they don't want to be in this, they can get their return of premium back at no charge. So.
And you guys go down to $5,000 deposit on unqualified funds. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
So you can do a IRA deposit, $5,000, get it going, add money into it down the road, and get those additional bonuses on the additional deposits. So it's a good combination.
Right. Issue age is 0 to 80, and then the commission on this one as well, like the market edge, is 7% and 5.25, 76 to 80. And then as you can see here, return of premium rider for that reassurance, means of consolidation resource over several years, and then just the accumulation from the combination of guaranteed bonus and index credits, and a great inherited IRA solution. And as you'll see here in the rates are about the same of what the market power is. And the reason is for that is we're given that 11% bonus for the first 5 years. So we had to, keep it pretty similar to that when you have that much bonus you're giving out for a product, for sure.
That 2-year intraday is at 75% par. That's a nice combination there.
Yep. And I think, from the time I've almost been doing this 20 years now, and from the data I've seen is 2-year point to points really illustrate, or back testing show better, just because you have the ebbs and flows of the market versus the annual point to points. So I've seen the 2-year point to points do perform better in that realm. Now we'll talk a little bit about the bonus FIA and the partial tax conversion. Our partial tax conversion is par to none different than anybody else out there. Our partial tax conversion, is, once again, I would say, I don't think there that I know of, Matt. Is there anybody else you know of that's doing it?
There's a couple of companies that do these, but you guys are better just because of the way you have it set up.
The way I set up, okay.
Yeah, it's much simpler and smoother the way that EquiTrust does it as compared to some of the other companies out there.
And the reason I say that is because, these other carriers out there that do the partial tax conversions, you only can take 10% penalty free out, and you're creating a lot of different contracts. If you're wanting to take 10% out several years, you're going to have, how many partial tax conversion contracts you're going to have set up there. So it can be a lot. So with ours, why would you use a bonus FIA and a Roth conversion? Well, number one, it gives your clients control over when they pay their taxes. The nice thing about our partial tax conversion, you can do a full conversion right away. You can do a partial one time and then come back and do another partial, say 2 or 3 years down the road. You can do them systematically, or you can do them by dollar amount, however you want to do that. So if you want to do a dollar amount for, say, a certain amount of years, you can do that, or you can just do it systematically of how much money you have in there and transfer it over. And like we talked about, it's depending on how much income you have coming out, adjusted gross income for that year. This really offsets that tax burden. That way you're able to start that Roth conversion. And when you do the Roth conversion, if you've already got that 5-year windows going for your Roth, well, I guess it wouldn't be a Roth yet. It would be a Roth here conversion. My apologies. So if you started that Roth conversion, that partial conversion, it starts right away day one. So if you do another partial tax conversion the following year, you're not doing a rolling, 5-year. It starts from the day that you started that Roth conversion. The flexibility for your clients, the potential tax advantages, and then also EquiTrust will handle the tax withholding if your client so wishes, which is nice. You know, at the end of the day, if you don't have the money on the sidelines to pay for taxes, here's a great opportunity to be able to use that towards that. And that just goes to show, like what Matt was talking about a little bit ago, but this bonus will then help offset your taxes. So, you know, if you put in $100,000 and say you got you're in a tax bracket, 22% tax bracket, and you're paying, $22,000 for a Roth conversion that year, if it was a full conversion, depending on which product you want to go into, say the Market Edge, that's going to pay for the full taxes in those first 3 years of the bonus. So that definitely offsets the taxes there. We like that product, or even, like I said, the Market Power too, depending on how you want to go about that. But I think that's key, is that bonus definitely offsetting the taxes for your Roth conversion. Here's a little bit of how it actually works. So as you can see here, we can do Roth conversions. So from an IRA to a Roth, we can do from an inherited IRA to a non-qualified contract as well. And what the beauty of this is, as you can see here, it mirrors the original contract with the same everything: effective date, client roles, agent, account allocations, credited rates, and riders. The only thing different on this contract, so if you have an IRA and you're converting into a Roth, your Roth is going to have a different contract number. That is the only thing that is different for this partial tax conversion. So once again, why does this, set us apart? Well, it's all kept in the same contract. Unlike, like we talked about, when you've got different carriers out there that make you do just the 10% penalty free, here you're not incurring any surrender charges when you do transfer your money over. So if you put in 100,000 and want to convert it 20,000 over the next 5 years, you can do that with not incurring any surrender charges and have it in that same contract, unlike with other carriers. So obviously, as you can see, your money moves from the original contract to the mirrored one. And then when that value of the original contract, the IRA, is depleted, the original contract will close, and then you'll have just the Roth IRA contract now. So if you guys want more information on this, we have a lot of great information, FAQs, a brochure that we can send you. Matt can send you as well. I know Matt does have that information. So when you guys ask for that,
I'll go ahead and send everyone out,
the
brochure and the facts on these conversions. And the good thing about it is when you're converting these policies through the years to the Roth side, it does not extend out your surrender charge. So your surrender charge is based on your initial deposit.
Right.
And plus, as you mentioned, everything is basically under one contract. You just have a couple different numbers, through those years you are converting. And maybe you only want to convert half of it and leave the other half in an IRA. You have your Roth and your IRA basically within one contract, just two different numbers, and they're both going to come up due at the same time.
And I think there's a lot of questions sometimes people will ask, what if I have an IRA and a Roth IRA still and I want to make a withdrawal? Well, it's just pro rata. Say if you had 50,000 in an IRA and 50,000 in that Roth, and you did want to do a 10% penalty free, so then 5% of it's going to be taxed, and then 5% is going to be tax free. So, but of course, you've got to be past that 5-year or 59 and a half as well.
On the Roth side.
Get that on the Roth side. Yep.
Now,
and obviously 59 and a half too, so you don't get that 10% penalty tax either. So
could they elect to take it all out of the IRA side only? Could they allow that?
They could not. No, they could not.
Okay.
No, it's just nope. It's got to be out of both. So,
okay.
Yep.
All right.
So, yeah.
Otherwise, when they get a statement at the end of the year, they could get two statements, one for each one, or they get one consolidated statement. They
get two statements.
Okay.
2 statements. Yep.
Good.
So, yeah. So, good stuff there. The other thing I wanted to talk about is our Whistler trip. It's our producer incentive trip. Matt just talked about the Nassau trip that they're going to be taking. We've chose Canada, so it's kind of vice versa. We were in Turks and Caicos this last year, and they're in Canada. Now we're going to Canada, and they're in the Bahamas.
That's right. Just switch back and forth, cold weather and warm weather type of place.
There you go. So as you can see here, the qualification period is June 1st to May 31st. Eligible business must be issued by June 15th. Production requirements, 5 million in production or 5 or more cases of eligible business. And when I say eligible business, that means that does not include MIGA business.
Right.
It is the top 40 producers meeting production requirements that will be selected. So that $5 million will allow you to qualify. However, a lot of guys will ask me, what does it take to be in that top 40? So last year, I know the cutoff was right around $8 or $9 million for the top 40, the last, 40, 39 producers there.
That's a good number. Yeah. That's a big number. Yeah,
yep.
That's good.
Yep, exactly. And then as you can see here, the other top 10 are going to be able to go to Vancouver as well. So they'll be able to go to Vancouver prior to going to Whistler, and then they'll meet up with the other 30 in Whistler on September 22nd through the 26th. And as you can see here, we also are running a special offer. You can earn triple credit on our Smart Boost Index, which is the new index that we have, the 40% boost through December 31st, and then all other products can earn a double credit through December 31st as well.
What are your top 3 sellers right now? What are your top 3 products you guys are seeing sold at this point this year?
Market 10, an accumulation, market early for income. The other accumulation product I would say is either kind of in between market power. Market edge is making a big jump for sure, because people like that higher bonus. Just depending on
we've seen a nice switch to some of the market edge just based on the getting those bonuses the first 4 years and having first 4 years you kind of know what you're going to make. Yep. Especially if you go on the fixed account each year, and then you got the next number of years where you got based on you switch up some of the index strategies you're in, and it can really compound out. I mean, you make that additional, basically almost 25%, the first 4 years, and those numbers can grow quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I guess to jump on to what Matt was saying there, as far as the interest rates go, our renewal rates are probably some of the best out there. And the reason I say that is because we're very consistent and transparent with our renewal rates. We don't have a lot of carriers out there will have that roller coaster effect of renewal rates, and we pride ourselves on that. We don't do that, and we do have out on the agent site. We do broadcast and show the renewal rates for our products, and you will see that how consistent we are with those. I don't know of any other company. I've been with 4 other annuity carriers in the Des Moines metro area here, and none of them have ever had what EquiTrust does have, where you can go on and put an issue date in of whatever product you want and see the back history of how the renewal rates have done. So that's a lot to say there, because I know a lot of times you guys get burnt with other carriers with renewal rates, and the clients don't like to see that either. So that's definitely a positive.
Another product we've seen a lot of momentum with this year with you guys is the Bridge. It's a long-term care combination annuity, which gives you a specific benefit for long-term care needs. Yep. And if a client gets preferred rates, which I think is about 75-80% of people get preferred that apply for this.
About 70% preferred.
Yeah. So it gives you triple. So if you put in $100,000, you're gonna have $300,000 of long-term care benefits right at the gate. And those grow every year. I mean, you guys automatically go up by 3% per year?
2%.
Is that right? 2%
Yep.
per year on the benefits. So really a good combo. We've seen a really big increase this year on the Bridge being sold, just because Not a lot of long-term care plans are available, and this is probably one of the best, if not the best, combination plan out there on the annuity end.
And also, we are guaranteed approval as well. Sets
Right.
us apart, where a lot of the other carriers, they require approval. They can deny. So
Yep.
on our product, plus, we don't go after any medical or prescription records. We are indemnity based as well. So indemnity meaning you don't have to submit receipts like true long-term care does. So that's
Right.
another big asset to that product.
Well, great. So if you have questions on that end, you can give myself or Andrew a call. Be glad to go over those long-term care needs for your clients. And if you have any questions or anything that we covered in today's meeting, I'll be giving everyone a call that did attend today's meeting and send you out those 2 additional pieces you can review at your leisure. And otherwise, anything to wrap up this morning here with Andrew?
Well, I just had a few other things here. Obviously, as you can see here, the offers that I just talked about for the Market Edge, Market Power, Market 10, and Wealth Max. Our Wealth Max, to plug that a little bit, that is our index, our life insurance product. It's an index whole life insurance, single premium product. Got a lot of different, it's more for wealth transfer, but it's got a lot of great offerings there to be able to get money out if they really need to. So that's nice there for sure. And this just obviously shows the double trip credit, top producers again. And then also just the last thing I wanted to discuss was the tiered compensation. To qualify, that's $5 million production, and you receive a 1% commission on eligible premium. And then the $10 million in qualified production to receive another 0.5%, totaling 1.5% commission on eligible premium too. So we hope, in the future we'll have some other tiers coming down the road. But right now those are the two-tier comp program that we do have. So that's some good news there. So yeah, that's all I have today from that standpoint. And do you have anything else, Matt? But that's all I have.
I appreciate everyone joining us today. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. As I mentioned, I will be calling everyone that did to attend today's meeting, get you those couple extra pieces. Be glad to run any proposals you may need for cases you're working on or answer any questions you may have. Otherwise, Andrew, appreciate your time this morning. Have yourself a great Thanksgiving yourself. And,
same to you.
We'll talk to everyone here next couple days.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Have a good one.
You got it.
Thank you, guys.
You too.
See you.
Bye now.